Guys, what's up? It's me, Sophia, and today I'm going to be doing a story time. Let's get started. So my two stories today are from the summer of 2017 when I was hanging out with my cousin. My cousin Jen, she's not going to care if I use her name. My cousin Jen, she is the best cousin I could ever ask for. She is great, but we have some scary fucking stories from this summer. And I might get on the more serious side for a minute or two. So, here's the serious part. My street has been full of death for years. On my road, there's lots of old people, and they're elders, and obviously it's the circle of life, okay? They grow up, and it's just what happens. So, yeah, and there's been a lot of that on my street lately. Well, during this time, it's the summertime, things are hot, and yeah. And obviously it's not left there, the deceased is not left there for long. Obviously it's known. I live in a very, very wealthy community, so they have nurses and stuff. And it's a nice community, and people are very, very nice around here, but it was intense over the summer of 2017. So when one day, me and Jen, it was late. It was probably like 11:30, and me and Jen were hungry, so we decided to leave my house, and about maybe 2 minutes up the road, there's another side road, and you can walk up the road, and you can go into a path, like a bike path, right into the college. And the college, you can walk right down the street, and there's a gas station. And, like, you can buy drinks there and stuff. Obviously, it's a gas station. So we decided to walk there. We didn't want to walk all the way around because, like, we have a community center, and just I don't like going there. There's a bunch of people I don't like there, and like that place is open until like 12 o'clock at night sometimes, which is crazy because I don't even know. And other things, they were open that week only, like 24 hours a day. That was the only week that they were open like that, and I was like, whatever, I don't give a fuck, we're not going there. And then there's just people down that street that I don't really like, and they live there, and I don't like dealing with them. So I was like, let's take the shortcut. It takes less time. We can get back here and go there quicker. And yeah, and she was like, okay, let's do that. So, mind you, it was like 11:30, 11:40 at night, and it was dark. So there was we have street lights on our streets. Obviously, street lights are mandatory in the state of Maine, okay? And we were walking, and there was just one street light, and it was blinking like crazy. So I look at it, and it just dies immediately. And it's like the biggest street light. So like it cuts off the street like lighting, and we can't really see. So we pull out our flashlights on our phone. We wouldn't leave if our phones were at 100. So they were both, mine was at like 95, and hers was at like in the 80s because she was using it. So we turned on our flashlights, and we were like, okay, let's just keep walking. Well, we were walking, and we got near the end of the street where the light actually is. And we see a figure. And, it's not like someone I know, but, like, it didn't feel like something I knew. I know mostly everyone that lives up that street. I've been friends with people up that street every time. My parents know them. We've lived here for a long time, so we basically know everyone. Like, my neighbors, my grandfather lives one house over, and it's a nice community, and it felt like something. Before, when we started walking, I was like, oh, well, I must just be hungry, and, like, we had food in the house, just I didn't want to eat food in the house because, like, I don't know, and I wanted different food. So, I had money and blah, 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 and yeah, I'm rambling, okay? But what I was feeling wasn't something that I usually feel when I walk up those streets. When I walk up these streets, I don't feel horror and, like, scared, like, fear. I don't feel that. But that night, I was, and I don't understand why. And we saw this figure, and it was like a black silhouette, and just black pants, black shoes, and, like, we heard it walking, and we were playing music. We play music. Everyone plays music around here, and it wasn't, like, crazy loud. It was quiet enough that no one would wake up because of it. It was playing off of my cousin Jen's phone, and her phone is surround sounded. So, yeah. And it was a nice night, and people were up late, and yeah, it was nice. So we went on the walk, and when we saw that figure, I felt like my heart and my lungs and just everything collapsed. It was not a feeling I've ever felt before in my life. So when I came home that night, we did not end up going to the gas station. We ended up ordering pizza, which was a lot better. And, like, the pizza place is, like, 5 minutes away from my house, so it didn't really take long to get the pizza. And I was like, are you okay with just going back to the house and getting pizza, and we can order drinks and stuff? And she's like, yeah, that is so fine. We are fine. I'm fine with that. We can, yeah. And we had a huge tent outside. It was a tent for, like, 15, 20 people, and we ended up staying inside and leaving everything in the tent. We didn't care about anything else. We got our phone chargers and our phones and our computers, and that was it. That's all we grabbed. We didn't care about anything else. So that's what we did. When we ordered pizza, well, there's an add-on to this story about 3 months later. Not even, like it was like December, and that was in July. So July, August, September, October, November, December. 5 months later, my brother comes over, and he comes home from work. My brother works at the pizza place, so he was bringing me food. And we sat there for about 2 hours talking about scary stories and things that he's seen. Well, before I tell you what he told me, I have to tell you what else I saw. So, one night, me and Jen were walking again. It was towards the end of the week. That first story was about on Tuesday, and when we were walking this night, it was Saturday, I think. It was our police radio, I'm sorry. And this Saturday, it didn't feel like a normal Saturday. Like, we were doing stuff all day, blah, 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 and we were just tired, but we were hungry. So, being myself, I was like, let's go to the gas station. This time, we didn't want to take the path, so we didn't. Instead, we decided to go down the long street. And nobody was really there around that time. It wasn't as late. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So it wasn't as late, and I wasn't as annoyed, and no one was really around. Everyone was still at their friends' houses, because nobody really comes home until like 10 o'clock at night. It's not crazy late for us and stuff. And I didn't understand at first until I started watching conspiracy theories on it and stuff. I have never in my entire life believed in aliens, other beings in space, UFOs, any shit like that. I've never fucking believed in any shit like that. And when I saw this light, Jen said UFO. And I said, Jen, that is not a UFO. It's probably like a plane or something. And she said, well, it's close enough to the ground. Maybe it's a drone. And I was like, Jen, no, we do not. They must have had to come up from upstate. Because we didn't have drones in our Walmart in any of our stores yet. And Walmart is probably like the biggest store in my town because this is a tiny fucking town. And I didn't understand. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Because if it was a drone, it had to come from upstate or downstate. And it had to be fucking quiet ass drone because drones are fucking loud. And no, it was silent and it was blinking and turning like crazy. And I was like, well, we're only 2 minutes away from the gas station. Let's go to the gas station and just chill out there for a little while. So, okay. I did not end up walking back home. I got a ride. I called my parents. I was like, hey, can you come pick us up? I don't want to walk home. And she's like, oh, my mom was like, okay, yeah, it's not that late. I'll come pick you up. So she came and she picked us up, and nothing else really happened that night. Nothing crazy happened, just normal stuff, watching scary movies, eating food, blah, 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 that's that. We ordered pizza again because I'm a fucking bitch, And so that night concluded. 5 months later, I'm sitting in a room with my brother, and he tells me the exact details of both of the stories I just told you. He was my age, 12, 13, and he was walking with his friends. My brother's name is Jonah. He was walking with his buddies Sam, Alex, and Josh. They are all like brothers to me. They would probably be the best people I could ever trust in my entire life, besides myself. And I would never, ever imagine anyone else telling me the exact details that I saw that night. Jonah was at a different part, though. Okay, so my brother's friend Alex lives like down the street from us, and he told me the exact details I saw. The black silhouette, the lights going out, music, walking quickly. The silhouetted figure was walking. Okay, so like they were walking like this, and then they heard our music, so it like turned, like it like completely like turned, like the whole body just turned as swiftly as possible, and then just ran, and I was like, what the fuck was that? We never really found out. The UFO thing, they were about maybe 3 miles in walking distance, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes in driving distance. And when I heard those exact details, I actually cried. It was crazy enough to know that my brother saw the exact same things that I saw. And when he told me the exact fucking details, I actually cried. And when I told my cousin, she didn't even know what to do. So, that's my YouTube video for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And I don't know when I'm going to post another video, but this is all it for this time. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.